Those who inherit properties do not have the magnanimity of the original owners. You're welcome to this episode. Like promised, we go to page 5 of the same paper, PMP, of June 5 to 8. 9 tips of being brief. 9 tips of being brief. Oh no, here comes Kweku. I dread when he comes by. He doesn't know how to get to the point. He tells me the same thing 6 different ways, giving me more detail than I need or want. Why can't he be brief? Poor Kweku and poor us, for we've all been on the given and receiving and of the same problem. How do you know if you need to self-edit? And how do you self-edit? Star 1. The points are in stars. Star 1. Don't get bogged down in irrelevant details. Don't get bogged down in irrelevant details. I went there on Thursday, or was it Wednesday? No, it had to be Thursday. Who comes what day it was? Get on with it. Who cares what day it was? Get on with it. Star 2. Don't repeat comments unless the listener didn't hear you, or in the case she didn't understand. Say it once and go on. I think I'm guilty of Star 2. I repeat this a lot. Okay. Pardon me, forgive me. Star 3. Decide if the idea is new to the discussion. If not, don't say it. People don't want to hear the same ideas rehashed. People don't want to hear the same idea rehashed. Full stop. Next star, I think that is 5. Yes, star 5. Eliminate extra words. Full stop. Say your comment using the fewest words that can express the thought well. In deep ink. In writing courses, we are taught to edit our words. We can apply the same concepts to our verbal communication. Verbal communication, I don't think it really matters when it comes verbal. When we go to verbal communication, anyway, let me go. Star 6. Say what you need to say in a pace that is easy to hear. Avoid going so slow that your listener feels in your last words, since they figured out what you were going to say. Star 7, I suppose. Eliminate wisecracks that no one laughs at but you. You may feel you are the next Nkomode. Nkomode is a popular was a popular comedian in Ghana. So you may feel you are the next Nkomode, but everyone else thinks you're wasting their time with your inane cracks. Inane is spelled I-N-A-N-E. This is especially deadly at meetings. Full stop. I met regularly with a man who thought he was Bill Cosby. Full stop. Full stop. He wasted so much time because not only was he not funny to anyone, but he also took a long time to get his comments out. Bill Cosby was a comedian, for those who don't know. Okay. Next star. Eliminate ooh, you know. Eliminate ooh, hmm, and like as non-word space hold as non-word space holders. Full stop. Uh, Pause without filling in the void with a non-word. None is hyphenated with word, with a non-word. Next star. Don't discuss information that is not relevant to the majority of the people you've spoken to. Defer specialized conversations until later. Ask questions in the group discussion that are relevant to more than yourself. If you have a question specific to yourself, ask it one on one later. Okay, that's 9 tips to the far corner. Uh, coping, coping with life. That's it on top there, with my finger on top. Coping with life. So, coping with life. Steps to strengthen your confidence. Steps to strengthen your confidence. One of my teachers would say confidence. Hmm? The numbers and the words after the nose and increase. Sorry, the numbers and the words after the after the numbers and increase the font size of just the numbers. Oh my God, I don't know what that means anyway. Maybe listeners can figure out what it means. Hmm? One, I think positively. Negative thoughts can wear away confidence and affect your behavior. Full stop. Clinical psychologists who help people first to understand the cognitive distortions or self-destructive thoughts Sorry, full stop. Common distortions include include one, include all or nothing thinking, or seeing everything in a black and white categories. If your performance falls short of perfect, you see yourself as a total failure. Paragraph. Labeling and mislabeling, which is an extreme form of overgeneralization. Full stop. Instead of describing your error, you attach a negative label to yourself, telling yourself, I'm such a loser. This can be extended to other people when someone else makes a mistake or behaves badly. Or behaves badly, you tend to describe that person with language that is emotionally loaded. Two, challenge those challenge those thoughts. By recognizing these distortions and systematically challenging them, you get a more realistic you get a more realistic view of yourself and your situation. Full stop. Here are some questions you could ask yourself to challenge cognitive distortions or negative thoughts. They are in arrows. Arrow one. Do I know for certain that, into brackets, into brackets, insert negative outcome here. Uh, do I know for certain that that will happen? Full stop. Okay. What evidence do I have that I am the cause of, into brackets, blank? Arrow 3. What is the worst that could happen? How bad is that? Arrow 4. No, 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 yeah, I think arrow 5. What is the worst that could happen? Yes, how bad is it? Then arrow 5. Is blank in brackets, is blank really so important or consequential that my entire figure depends upon its outcome? Last arrow. Does Blank's, in bracket again, does Blank's opinion reflect that of everyone else? Okay. Number three. Number three. Uh, get little jobs you're very comfortable with. In addition to changing negative thinking and behavior patterns that interfere with social success, you can choose social activities for which you are well suited. Look for an environment where you feel comfortable and working to change environments to suit yourself. Ask yourself again in arrows. Uh, Ask yourself which settings make you most comfortable. Two, which ones make you the most stressed? Three, do your palms get sweaty when you talk to someone you don't know or on the phone? Then, a position in sales, making cold calls is probably not your thing. Then, a position in sales, making cold calls is probably not your thing. Paragraph. Don't assume that because something is bad for you, that must be worthwhile, and that when things come easy to easy to easy to you, they are less valuable. Salmon swim, salmon swim upstream, but you don't have to. Okay. Try this exercise. Try this exercise. List three dream jobs. Then role play with a person who has no vested interest in your career goals to find out how you would react to stressful situations in those jobs. Star two. If you always wanted to be if you've always wanted to be manager, imagine what it is like to have to fire someone. Star three. If you dream of starting a catering company, find out how you would sell yourself to a potential client. Star five, I suppose. Do you find it easier than your current situation? Do you find it easier than your current situation? Are the day-to-day activities more interesting to you, and the idea of fulfilling them more exciting? Of course, avoiding things that you aren't suited for you, avoiding things that are not suited for you isn't the same thing as taking the path of least resistance. You're not going to change a bad situation overnight. And experience coping can be an asset. Full stop. In fact, the more you experience situations that make you uncomfortable, the better able you are to deal with them. Repeated exposure to a feared scenario can bring a person's anxiety level down. Okay, next piece. Are your are your distorted thoughts keeping you from living confidently? Are your distorted thoughts keeping you from living confidently? Question. Whenever you're feeling anxious or lacking confidence, write down the thoughts you have, such as "I will never be able to do this report," or "this mistake will ruin my career." Full stop. Once you see these thoughts, you can recast you can recast them as more positive. I've done plenty of reports, so it's likely I can do this one. Or what can I learn from this mistake to do my job better? Next, we have 10 reasons for crisis in marriage. Yes, for married women, for married couples, and of course those who are not yet married but hope to marry. Mhm. 10 reasons for crisis, excuse me, for crisis in marriage. One, tension on account of lack of trust or faith. Two, misunderstanding the meaning and communication of the partner due to ignorance and a natural difference in the other gender's communications approach. Communication approach. Three, stress, rigidly and suspicion. Stress, rigidity, and suspicion. Four, wives don't like their men to be dash untrusting, condemning, uncaring, too much dependent on them, irresponsible, insensitive, impulsive, unkind, thoughtless, unloving, too offending, critical, and rejecting. Wow, who wrote this? Okay, you know that. And rejection. Five, husbands don't like their women. It's now on the side of the husband. Husbands don't like their women to be dash lazy around the house, unattractive, sexually cold, emotionally serious, noisy, sneaky, overtly critical, quarrelsome, bad mothers, inflexible, too independent and bold, disrespectful, nagging, negative to their negative to their relatives, too dominating, and too emotional. Six, clash between personal values. Clash between personal values. Seven, lack of adjustment, flexibility, and adaptability in the interest of marriage or family. Then eight, expectation of, in brackets, one-sided parental affection. One-sided parental, brackets close. So expectation of affection instead of mutual love in marriage. Mutual in brackets. Nine, non-adhering to social marital mores. 10. Criticizing, coercing, coaxing, evaluating, masking, blaming and accusing are the psychological acts which hurt the feelings. Okay. Now we go to another topic: giving and receiving compliments. Giving and receiving compliments. What do you think about compliments in the workplace or anywhere you find yourself? A woman once said in a radio interview that she feels uncomfortable when she receives compliments. Full stop. Yet another said that she loves to receive compliments from people. Dash, they don't make me feel uncomfortable at all. What is your input? Next paragraph. Somehow, we need to grow into our own skin when it comes to accepting compliments. And that's not always easy. Full stop. Superfluous compliments are annoying and make others feel as though they're looking for something. Dash, perhaps a favor, perhaps a return compliment. Paragraph. In the workplace, it's always dicey to compliment someone on personal things, such as appearance. Full stop. Instead, stick to compliments on another's work. Full stop. Compliments are easier to accept when they are specific. Full stop. For example, good job. For example, good job can sound insincere. For example, good job into inverted commas can sound insincere. But if you say the way you interpreted the sales rejections at the staff meeting really made them clear and put them into perspective in inverted commas, then you're acknowledging the work and effort that went into the job. Last part. Remember that the best way to reply to a compliment is simply to say thank you. Never dispute the compliment, or you risk unintentionally insulting the giver by questioning his or her judgment. Last part of page 5. And that is Money and the Christian Single by Rose Hansley. Yes, uh, I've enjoyed her writing. Money and the Christian Single by Rose Hansen. Mistake one. Mistake one. Financial planning is usually weak or not existent. Unfortunately, many single people seem to have the idea to have the idea those saving accounts, retirement planning, insurance, investments, land and houses, all these are for married people. Full stop. Since most singles in their 20s keep assuming that they will be married one day, they postpone these marriages until then. Subtitle: Well, that is a mistake. Well, that is a mistake. That is mistake in deep printing. In deep printing, as soon as you have a regular income, you need to do some financial planning. Full stop. Even if you think you don't have enough money to worry about, you really do need you really do need a plan that will establish good stewardship of your money. Singles can become really good stewards by learning and practicing good budgetary habits. Putting some money away each month for impulse spending. Putting some money away each month for impulse spending gives you that little cash reserve, which allows taking advantage of certain opportunities. Dash, like buying something from a clearance sale or a weekend trip. Dash, without feeling guilty or worrying about the impact on your finances. Full stop. With more and more people marrying later in life, we frequently have several ideas of income before marrying, and that income should be carefully managed. Then, under, don't miss the next issue for the continuation. Unfortunately, we may miss it. Hmm? Let's see what is in page. What is on page 5, upper page 6 rather. Oh, okay, viewers, I think we make this episode a short one. Let's stop here and continue later. And when we come back, we will go to page 6 of the same paper, June 5th to 8th, 2003. Thank you very much. Ilalika Ibaba. May God bless.